Hey guys, this is Caleb.
Jesse.
We're back here with Common Motor doing the Fixin to Ride series on these two bikes.
So today, we're going to be looking in the engine, taking off the covers, seeing what's inside. So let's get started. So here on the left side, we're actually just getting in here to change the gaskets mostly, and to look to make sure everything looks okay. On this specific bike, everything looks really clean, nothing looks too worn. There is some grime that by taking the cover off we can get to and clean out to make sure everything's okay. But that's pretty much it. We're just going to pop this off and replace this gasket.
Alright, so the first thing I'm going to pull off of my 450 here is probably the clutch cover. It tends to be the dirtiest area of the bike, and most people don't pull this off and re-grease this little mechanism right here, and this sees a lot of action. So we're going to take this all the way off. I'm going to take it over to the parts washer, and we're going to clean it completely, clean this area completely, make sure it looks nice and fresh. Also, while I'm in here, I'm probably going to go ahead and inspect this front sprocket. I don't think I'm going to switch it out, but I want to make sure it's not too worn from years of use. This is a pretty low mileage bike, so it shouldn't be too bad, but you know, it's kind of like when you're here, like you might as well check. So let's do that. Alright, we'll go wash this in the parts washer now.
Do, Caleb?
The bike, I'm 0 for 1 with the bike. Ah! There's the band-aids. This is wheel bearing grease, and anytime you take the clutch cover off, you should go ahead and put some new, fresh wheel bearing grease in here. This part sees a lot of action, and you really want to grease it up. If you guys want to know how to rebuild your clutch adjusters in here, we do have a few videos that we'll link down below for that, on how to rebuild a 350 and a 361, and also this 450 specific style. So we got my left cover off here, and I found this small chunk of metal inside the engine, which is what you don't want to find. But when we looked a little bit closer, it looks like somehow this is snapped off my little retaining clip right here for the stator, or the for the rotor here. And this is not a good thing to see, but after inspecting this a little bit closer, it doesn't look like it caused any damage in here. It looks like somehow it snapped off and it immediately stuck to this rotor here and didn't move because of the magnet. So I think we lucked out on this one, and this didn't mess up anything major. Everything's cleaned out. I went ahead and replaced a few of my oil seals because we're going ahead and putting anything that looks a little rough and putting a new oil seal in. The only one I really skipped for now is the output shaft, because that one can be tricky to get in and out. So I'm gonna skip it for now. If it leaks, I'll replace it after we get the engine started up for the first time on the bike.
I've gotten the old gasket cleaned off, most of the dirt, getting ready to slap it back on. We're going to line both sides of where the gasket's going to go with a little bit of this white lithium grease, so that the next time we have to take the cover off, we don't have to spend so much time cleaning. So that's what I'm going to do now. Love eating sandwiches with my roommate Betsy. gotten the white lightning. So what it's called? The lithium grease around the gasket on both sides of the metal. Gasket's in. My pins are lined up. On mine, we don't exactly know the Allen bolts for this cover yet, so tomorrow I'm going to spend a little time researching exactly what length and diameter and pitch is going to be needed in Allen bolts to service these 200s. But for now, I'm getting ready to reattach my frettin sprocket. I've got my bolts ready. I've got some anti-seize on the threads of both bolts, and I'm just going to tighten them down.
So I went ahead and threw on my clutch cable and clutch adjuster cover. I also went ahead and threw on the rotor cover just for now. We're going to open it back up and do a lot of tuning later. You'll notice the cover is a lot shinier too. We polished it up in our off time, but it's not something that's necessary. It's just something that looks nice if you have a nice little shiny cover every once in a while. We're not going to do anything else cosmetically on the engine for the most part though, besides something like that, because it's just going to get dirty when we start riding it anyway. Now I'm going to start getting into the other side of the engine. Alright, I'm ready to open my right side cover. All the screws are taken out of the outside. We got the foot peg taken off. I got the kickstart lever taken off, and we're just going to give it a few taps, and hopefully it comes off pretty easy. There we go.
I gotta take mine.
Yeah, I had to take mine off too.
Damn. Come on. Dang. If I found something but it's soft, are we okay? Oh. Feels like a stick. Might have been a spider. Well,
how do you feel about today?
how do I feel about today? Today was fine. I don't like cleaning.
There's a lot of cleaning in the engine. Yeah, I don't think we got as far as we had intended to. I was hoping to be done with the whole bottom end, but it just takes a long time to clean some of this stuff. But this is the type of stuff that a lot of guys skip and do poorly, and that's why these were both on Craigslist for super good deals, not running. So that's kind of a good thing to point out for this whole series, is that take a little bit of extra time and do some of this important stuff right, like cleaning the clutch cover totally and spotless, and replace the gaskets, and throw on a little anti-seize while you're at it, because it's going to make a lot of stuff way easier next time you go around and do it again. It's also going to make the bike run better, and it's going to help you know more about your bike and know that it's more solid than you just hope.
Not to mention, when you get in here, sometimes the dirt is caked on so thick that it seems like part of the motorcycle. And sometimes by removing that, you discover something might be wrong that you couldn't even see. So get in there to clean it all out to make sure you've caught any issue you might have. It's muy importante.
Well, this has been week 2 of the Fixin' a Ride series, and we'll see you guys next week. This has been Caleb.
It's Jesse.
And don't forget to like and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Also subscribe to our newsletter, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel right here down below. See you next time, guys.
Wow, it's pretty in here.
Yeah.
It's like looking in the mirror.